Door in. When framing in a door, exterior door off the floor, you need to rough in an 83 inches. Unless, you know, you're getting some kind of special door, but standard's 83 inches off the floor. So, seems how we already know that. And we got a 2x4 underneath. We're gonna take off 1.5 inches. So we're gonna cut 2 trimmer studs at 81.5. And that should get us close enough to our 83 for roughing this in. So that's what we'll do. Any trim studs, you want them to be pretty perfect with no twist. Which I've already found in our pile of studs I picked up. So with that, we're gonna do episode 9.5. We're gonna do our door rough-in on the side of this house. And so with that, just like I said before, when we put in these studs, we cut them at 81 inches, and on top of the green plate, that makes us 83 inches. That's our rough-in. That's a pretty standard door. Pretty much every house, all of our exterior doors, that's what we need. So I've already got this stud marked for the way that my crown is going. The wall that I just put in right there, its crown is already going out, and so I'm gonna follow that, and I'm gonna put this one's crown out as well. Seems how this is just a 4.5 inch 2x4. I'm gonna hand drive 8 pennies in the bottom, so I want to explode or break. Now when I go to flush this, I'm going to flush with the outside, the exterior part of the wall, because that's the side my crown's on. That's the side I care about. Now the stud that I'm shooting to right now, I made sure that I had no twist, no crown, no bow. It's pretty much a perfect stud right in place. So that's where you want your best studs at, and your doorways and your windows, what you're going to be shooting to. Let me check. Yep, 210 for the opening, so you'll have to add your 3 inches to that. Now while I'm taking care of these trims, my dad's getting the headers cut so we can get them put into place. Check out this headers video. I'll just link it right here so you can check it out. I pretty much do a 101 on all these headers and how to do them and get them right. I'm gonna hurry and get the second trimmer in right here. Again, we're gonna flush the outside. We're gonna have the crown going out. All these boards I picked that go into these openings are gonna be perfect. Now a quick note right here. If I have a ween, like a little bit cut out, like my 2x4 is not even full, but you call it a ween. If it's there, I use my square to make sure that I'm perfectly flat with the front end of that part, so I can be flush with that outside part, the exterior part of that house.
Got her? Does it have a seal under it? You want a seal underneath it? Most likely, yeah. We're gonna need one. A seal.
We'll put it on after, otherwise it won't fit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, we'll put it on.
Well, I don't know, because we gotta put it on now, don't we? Okay. Okay.
All right, so right here I'm getting the seals cut. He made the header. We're gonna put a seal on the top and the bottom on this header.
Allows the internet as an excuse for getting homework done.
Sign up for Superfan.
Think so. Okay.
I'm just checking to make sure my seal fits right there perfectly. But when a header is this small, we end up liking to have our header and our seal completely built all together so we can put it all together right into place.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
That's great.
Huh. You want one for the top side too while we're at it? No, I gotta go your way about a 16th. Like, that's probably middle. Probably.
Okay, we're gonna drop that header right down into place. Make sure it's pushed down nice and tight. Usually I screw in and I toenail the top end to suck it all the way down from the very beginning. But it looks like I'm gonna try to flush it up as well as we go. You're gonna wanna flush up the outside of your house again. You're gonna wanna do that, like all your exterior walls and all the studs and everything. We end up screwing it so that we don't blow up any of our little 2x4s right there.
I gotta, yeah. Gotta go out just barely. Oh, this top isn't shot in yet. They didn't go through. They're okay. What? How tall? Oh.
While I'm screwing this header in, I'm gonna end up giving my dad some measurements
around 13
for
inches.
cripplers above our door. He's gonna get those cut up while I hurry and finish screwing this thing together.
Screwing it just moves it. That makes me mad. Okay.
I'm gonna hammer down my top plate right here to make sure that I can get a good height for my cripplers. We do not want the cripplers to be too tight, so we don't push that top plate up. We want to make sure that it stays just right so that our trusses can all be flat on the top of this flat wall.
I'll just make it 13 because, well, barely light's still good.
I'm pulling off of the other layouts so they can have the layout above this door to match with the layout of the rest of the wall so that I don't have to cut any extra sheeting and we can do sheeting across that whole wall without having to do those cuts, you know.
Okay, that is it.
I check the height for my other two to make sure that the height of this is, you know, I'm gonna know, I have a good idea of what those other two will be compared to what we just cut.
That's the truth.
And I'm gonna get all these shot on so we can get this wall done.
That's just a grain. My joint's there, it's just the color of the wood. So work here, just make it a little smaller for this one. No, it'll work right here just fine. It's a little small for the, make it a little smaller for the next one.
Okay, sweet. Well, thanks for checking out our video on how to roughen a door. We're almost done with this garage wall series. Next video, we're going to show how we do our front header and how we use our skid steer to get that front header on over the top of this garage door. Just check that video out right here. If this is where you're just hopping in, you can check out all the other videos that we've done specifically on this attached garage. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll get back to you.